Hi everyone, Monisha here. So this is the last episode of Acid, Bases and Salts, wherein we will discuss about how strong is acids and base, and we will do two activities to know about acid and base, and also we know the difference between weak acid and strong base, and strong acid and weak base, of course. And last we will know about plaster of Paris, how it is prepared, and the uses of plaster of Paris. So these are the last topics which we are going to discuss in this session. Acids and bases and salts are a very important chapter. Please go through the textbook clearly. After watching the video, you need to read textbooks a lot. If you are not reading textbook, then getting a distinction or a high marks is not at all possible. Only for the passing percentage, you need to look upon the notes. If you need really good marks means you need to read textbooks very often. Let us start the session. How strong are acid or base solution? So this is the first topic which you are going to learn here. We know the difference between acids and bases. Acids are sour to taste, whereas bases are bitter. Acids react with some metals to give off hydrogen gas, and acids conduct electricity in solution. Bases taste bitter, it feels slippery or soapy, and dissolves fats and oils, where sometimes bases conduct electricity in aqueous solution. And next is about the pH scale. The pH of a solution is a measure of H plus ion concentration in a solution. On a scale of 0 to 14, lower pH solution are strong acid, higher pH solution are strong bases. Solution measuring pH 7 are neutral. It is neither acidic nor base, like milk. Milk has a slight bit basic in nature. And next, household cleaner and other soaps and cleaner are high base. Lemon, apple are slightly acidic. This is the pH scale. The exact 7 scale which shows neutral, less than 7 shows acidic, and more than 7 shows alkaline. I have given some of the examples of the pH condition. Gastric juice in our stomach is highly acidic, so it has pH 2. Tomato juice pH 4 acidic. Human urine pH 5 slightly acidic. pH 7 pure water is nor acidic neither base, so it is a pure water which has pH 7. Human blood slightly alkaline, pH 7.4. Hand soap, not sanitizer, hand wash, that is soapy material, it has pH 10 highly alkaline. pH 12 household bleach, the cleaning agent, Harpix, everything are highly alkaline. pH measure of acidity. So first we need to know what is a pH. The strength of an acid or base in an aqueous solution is measured on a scale called pH scale. The pH scale is a measure of hydrogen ion concentration. It spans from 0 to 14 with the middle point pH 7 being neutral, neither acidic nor basic. Any pH number greater than 7 is considered a base, and any pH number less than 7 is considered an acid. 0 is the strongest acid and 14 is the strongest base. This is the thing you have to understand. 0 is the strongest acid in a pH and 14 is the strongest base in the pH scale. Some of the examples I have noted. Battery acid, car batteries, acid have stronger acid. Next comes HCl in the stomach acid. Lemon juice, vinegar, orange juice, acid rain. It is slightly acidic, not much acidic, but acidic. If it is much acidic means everyone and the plants will all burn in an instant. Black coffee is acidic. Urine and saliva are slightly acidic. Pure water is neutral. It is neither acidic nor base. Sea water is alkaline. Baking soda, ammonium solution, soapy water, bleach, oven cleaner, drain cleaner, everything, every soapy materials, deodorants, cleaners, detergents are all alkaline. Now let us know about weak versus strong acid. First is definition. Weak acids are the chemical compounds that partially dissociates into ions in an aqueous solution, whereas strong acids are molecules that completely dissociates into ions in an aqueous solution. So if the acid partly dissociate the ions, means only small amount of hydrogen ions are get into the aqueous solution, then it is a weak acid. If completely acids ions dissociates in an aqueous solution, then it is a strong acid. Removal of hydrogen. Weak acid does not remove all the releasable hydrogen atoms, whereas a strong acid releases all possible hydrogen ions. So weak acid has a pH scale of 3 to 5 and strong acid from 1 to 3 or 0, 1 to 3. Acid dissociation constant. Weak acid has small value and strong acid has a large value of acid dissociation constant. Preparation of soluble salts. Salts can be made by neutralization of acid. We know that neutralization reaction gives salt and water. Acidic solutions contain aqueous hydrogen ions, H plus ions. Sulfuric acid produces sulfate. Hydrochloric acid produces chloride. And nitric acid produces nitrate. These are the salts by the specific acid. So sulfuric acid, so this acid gives sulfate salt. Hydrochloric acid gives chloride salt. And nitric acid produces nitrate salt. Other chemicals are formed. It depends on what is neutralizing the acid. Oxides, salt plus water. Hydroxide, salt plus water. Carbonates, salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Metals, salt plus hydrogen. Not all metals are suitable. Some are too reactive, others are not reactive enough. Let us move on to the simple experiment or an activity. First, place dilute acid in a beaker and warm it gently without letting it boil. We should not boil it. Reactions are faster at high temperature. Next, after boiling, remove the heat. So after removing the heat, carefully and slowly add small amount of solid while stirring. Most reactions of this type are exothermic, that is they give off energy. The energy released would make the solution boil over. Next, continue adding the solid until no more dissolves. This ensures all the acids has been used. It is easier to filter off excess solid that extract excess acid. Next, filter the solution into an evaporating dish to remove excess solid. Transfer the dish into a tripod and carefully warm the mixture to remove some of the water. Too much heat will drive away or drive off any water of crystallization. When some of the water has been evaporated, let the solution to cool. Allows crystallization takes place. When sufficient crystals have appeared, filter them off. Wash with a little cold water and transfer them into the filter paper. Place another filter paper over the top and press gently to remove some of the water. Allow the crystal to dry naturally in air. Heat can cause the crystal to decompose and lose their water of crystallization. This is the activity which we have to do. Now let us know about the pH of salts. When acids are neutralized by bases, water and a salt is formed. The salt solution can be acidic, basic or neutral depending on the acid and base used in the neutralization. So what type of acid we have used or what type of base we have used in the neutralization reaction depends the acidic, basic or neutral property of the salt solution which has been formed. Neutral salts pH 7 are only produced when both acid and base are strong. This is a very important concept which we have to keep it in mind. Neutral salts, that is a salt which has a pH of 7, are only produced when both acid and bases are strong. Like HCl, strong acid, potassium hydroxide, strong base, which gives potassium chloride, which is a neutral salt which has a pH of 7, and water. So HCl plus KOH gives KCl plus H2O. Water of crystallization. Do you know what is water of crystallization? Water of crystallization is the fixed number of water molecules present in one formula unit of a salt. Let us study this by an activity. We have taken few crystals of copper sulfate and water. Heat the dry test tube containing copper sulfate and observe. The color of copper sulfate changes from blue to white, and you can also notice few water droplets in the dry test tube. Now add a few drops of water on the sample of copper sulfate which is obtained after heating. You can see the blue color of copper sulfate is restored. From this activity, we can conclude that copper sulfate crystals which seem to be dry contain water of crystallization. When we heat the crystals, water is removed. When we moisten the crystals again with water, the crystals. Now let us move on to the last topic and important topic of this session, that is plaster of Paris. First, we have to know the history of plaster of Paris. The term plaster of Paris was first used in the 17th century due to large quarry deposits of gypsum located in Montmartre, a district of Paris. They mostly use them for sculpturing, decoration, and surface for painting. But researcher has found plaster wall and artifacts for interior of Great Pyramids. This prove usage of plaster has been since ancient times. Invention of plaster bandage can be attributed to Arabic doctor in 1000 CE, Al-Tasrif, but POP, that is plaster of Paris bandages, were first used in Massen, a Dutch military surgeon, in 1952. So these are the brief history about the plaster of Paris. Interesting facts. Plaster of Paris is formed by heating gypsum to 300 degree Fahrenheit. So when gypsum is the material which is also used in cement. So the gypsum, when it is heated to 300 degrees Fahrenheit, it will become plaster of Paris. Plaster of Paris has many different uses such as molding orthopedic cast and creating movie and TV sets. Plaster of Paris got its name from a large gypsum deposit that is located in Paris. So what is plaster of Paris? Plaster, basic building material for coating walls and ceilings. Starts as a dry powder, harden when applied together with water and heat. There are different types. Plaster of Paris, which is mainly made up of gypsum, lime plaster, cement plaster, etc. Different type used in different setting, as in architecture, art, fire protection, and even in medicine. Plaster of Paris is widely used in medical setting, especially in orthopedic department, in case of fractures in bones. POP results from the calcination of gypsum or calcium sulfate dihydrate. That is the full form of gypsum, calcium sulfate dihydrate, CaSO4, 2H2O, whereas this 2H2O is water of crystallization, which partially dehydrates to produce hemihydrate, which become calcium sulfate hemihydrate. Hemihydrate is CaSO4 half H2O. The water of crystallization dries from 2H2O to half H2O. So what is plaster of Paris? The plaster of Paris consists of roll of muslin stiffened by dextrose or starch and impregnated with a hemihydrate of calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate hemihydrate is given as CaSO4 half H2O. When water is added, the calcium sulfate takes up its water of crystallization. That is 2 CaSO4 half H2O plus 3 molecules of H2O gives 2 CaSO4 dot 2 H2O plus heat. This process of setting is an exothermic. Exothermic means it leaves out heat or energy. Plaster of Paris incorporates 20% of water, it soaks up, and remaining 80% lost during drying. It only takes 20% of water from 100%. 80% will be dried. There are some advantages and disadvantages of POP. Advantages: slower setting, infinitely moldable when wet, and cheap. Disadvantages: it's heavy, messy, significantly weakened if cast is wet, partially radio opaque. These are some of the beautiful sculptures which are made by plaster of Paris. You might have get dumbfounded by this because such beautiful sculptures can be made when the wet plaster of Paris is molded. You can see the different pictures here. So this is the last episode of acid, base and salts and the last section. I hope you understood all the basics of acid, bases and salts. the type, weak and strong, indicators, activities, and also plaster of Paris. If you have any queries or suggestions, please comment me on the comment section below. Thank you.